What's up, everybody? Welcome into the DLLS Cowboys podcast. It's good to see you today. Do we have a DC on the way out? Is it realistic? The guy that we'd like to have get in here and all of the things Cowboys. We got you covered. Show starts. Welcome in, everybody. It's the DLLS Cowboys podcast powered by Prize Picks. Download that app today. Use the code DLLS. You get $50 in lineups after you play your first dollar lineup, and co-powered by our friends at Ownwell.
We make money.
Stop overpaying and start saving with Ownwell. Ownwell.com/Texas.
Hey. When you got a code,
Two presenting sponsors on the show.
when you got a code, I don't care what they say. Who contract up next? Yours? You up next?
I think so.
You coming in right on time.
I don't know. What's y'all's status?
You coming in right on
Hey,
time.
we on the same track.
You're freshly re-upped?
I'm freshly re-upped.
I have to check the dates on mine.
When they start doing the code, that means the
Boy!
code. Look, the code at the end of the season,
Yeah.
that lets you know.
Crush it.
That lets you know.
Nothing.
Huh?
Nothing.
What you talking about, Ali?
You guys having a great
First
day?
of all, the season's not over.
Yeah, the season's over.
We year round.
The season's
Baby,
over.
we year round.
Yeah, but
When
the
the Cowboys stop playing, we will still
Chill.
on the wall.
Chill.
we will be here.
They stopped playing like 10 weeks ago.
Okay,
Just get on
but
that.
we go. What they say? You need us on that
You
wall.
want
baby.
me on that wall.
You want us on that
You
wall.
need
We gonna
me
be on that wall.
You can't handle.
You can't handle the truth. That's right. We got to turn that into something.
That might be a segment.
That's a segment.
What?
You can't handle the truth.
Yes.
I don't
You
think we
need
can
us
tell
on that
people
wall, baby.
That's every
Who called
segment we
the
do.
code red?
Ooh.
Who called the code red?
And you'll be shocked to hear the answer.
He's Jeff.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jeff. Next to former Cowboy wide receiver Jesse
Guys are
Holley.
gonna be running butt naked.
It's been happening all season.
Cold outside right now. Yeah, I wouldn't advise doing that. You might lose.
When we played in the cold, it was cold.
Yes, sir.
Enjoy the one day of winter. I think it gets
know.
back in the 60s
Yeah, it does.
tomorrow and then the 70s. Enjoy your one day of winter, everybody.
We played in the cold, it was cold.
That guy is the greatest beat writer in the history of the Cowboys, Mr. Clarence Hill.
You need me on that wall. You need me on that wall. Wipe it down.
Chill. Stop drinking Cokes before the show.
Did you get into my stuff?
I got in your stuff.
You got into
You
my
don't
stuff?
need sugar before the show starts.
We're going to take next to him is the second greatest beat writer in the history of the Cowboys, Mr. Ali Jawad.
I hate when old men hit my nipples. You even think about it, and you'll be on tomorrow's milk carton.
Damn.
Okay.
Tomorrow's milk
That
carton.
man know about some milk carton. We don't know about no
Tomorrow.
kids. You don't know about kids on milk carton. That was more our generation.
I'm just glad that we got to the
That was more
bottom
of
of
yours.
this.
Not even theirs. That was more of theirs. That was more of yours, not even theirs.
They don't do milk
Oh, my
cartons no more.
I'm just glad we got to the bottom of this milk situation and realized big milk was a lie. It's not good for us, and so I can feel
What?
better about not drinking milk. You didn't know that? That's like Pluto. They took away Pluto. They announced milk wasn't good. Corn wasn't a vegetable. They did a lot of stuff in my lifetime.
Corn wasn't a vegetable.
No, it's a starch now, I do believe. Best not to worry about any of that, though. The topic to start the show today, after you guys smash the like button, is Jerry talked again. Cowboys won a game. Jerry had an opportunity to stand by his man, because the defense wasn't the worst it's ever been.
Right.
He could have pretended there was a lot of good stuff there because they won. He did not. He still was like, nah, we got a lot to do over there. It ain't so good. Are we more and more confident that we're going to get a defensive coordinator change?
I'm still not.
Oh, you're
What?
crazy. You're
Really
crazy.
now?
You're crazy.
You ain't reading the tea leaves. You crazy.
I'm not trying to be a contrarian.
Yeah, you are.
I'm not. I swear to you, I'm not trying to be a contrarian. I'm not trying to make this thing like, oh, Jesse wants to go opposite of this whole thing. I think when we get to the end of this and it's all said and done, that Jerry will try to do somehow, some way, take the word salad and put something together and give it back to us this offseason with the implementation of we're going to get better players in the offseason to support our defensive coordinator. Maybe there were some things that were out of place, and he may even take ownership and say, hey, I kind of started us off on the wrong foot by getting rid of Micah Parsons, and we had some injuries.
He ain't saying that.
All right. Now, maybe I'm bugging. All right. Okay. Maybe. All right. Maybe I'm bugging. Maybe I'm bugging on that part. All right, I might be bugging on that part. But I think he's going to take some sort of word salad and he's going to jumble it up, and then present it to us as we're going to be more active and more aggressive in free agency. We're going to get the guys in here, yada, yada, yada. And, we're going to give this thing another run. We like the continuity that we have and all the pieces that we have. And I think that he's going to go forward with that. So, again, I swear to you, I'm not trying to be a contrarian. I'm not trying to be like just the complete opposite. I think that Jerry's going to try to, because that'll be his offseason selling point. That now everybody will be hanging on tooth and nail about how he attacks free agency. Because he's going to say it in January. And then now we're all going to be locked in and see, oh, man, is he really going to spend in that first wave of free agency because he told us that, the kind of almost that all-in type avenue. I know none of y'all agree with me right now, and that's fine.
Listen,
I'll take, what's it called? What's my sword? I'll take my sword out like on Game of Thrones, and I'll stand on this hill by myself. I just don't think so right now.
Why?
I just don't. I just told you. I just said it.
That,
that's the why is right there. JD in the chat, he said Jesse's got Jura PTSD like the rest of us.
Yeah.
I don't entirely disagree.
Yeah, he's
just been through enough that you think he might do it to you again.
Listen, the thing about Jerry is making jokes about it. You got to talk to the guy that hired him. He's admitting, he's going public. He's going public. I hired this guy, and this guy is, not doing a good job. And just listen to his rhetoric. And again, it's all about his rhetoric. At mid-season, he was all on that. We got to have consistency. We can't have 3 different coordinators, 3 different schemes. We got to stick by our guy. The last few weeks, he's just thrown him under the bus.
And he backed the bus up one time.
And he's backed the bus up. And after the game Friday, he was like, no. Don't misconstrue. Yes, I'm happy for the win, but don't let the win misrepresent how I feel about this defense. I'm not pleased at all. We got a lot of work to do over there. I am not pleased. Don't let this win misconstrue how I feel. And everything he talked about, I thought we had it turned around. I thought we had this thing fixed. His personal, what do we call it? His pet cow, his new pet cow, Logan Wilson.
You say pet cow?
It was pet cat.
Pet cow. One of them. A Pepsi. I've been calling pet cat.
Oh, that's a big old pet.
Cow. Whatever. His new pet cat. Okay, that's the thing we've been talking about. Jerry always got a pet cat. Yeah. It's his new pet cat.
Pet llama. Yeah. Pet emu.
Pet
ostrich.
Anyway, anyway, his new pet cat, Logan Wilson. He traded for Logan Wilson because he threw the linebackers on the bus, and we need a guy that's with vision and get to those holes. We traded for Logan Wilson. He has all that vision. Logan Wilson didn't play a damn snap. Didn't PA drop. Did no more on defense than Jesse did.
Why Jesse? Why not you?
Then you did.
What about you?
Then Ali
You were there.
Then I did.
You didn't do nothing.
Against the Washington Commanders. Didn't even put him on the field.
Pet cow.
Okay?
Yeah.
Pet cow. Pet cat.
Pet cow.
Elsie the milk cow. Y'all remember Elsie? Didn't do a damn thing. And he was like, yeah, I thought he was going to play. I don't know why he didn't play. He thought he was going to play. We thought he was going to play. I have no answers for that. Who's coaching the team? The defensive coaches clearly don't have to share the same vision for the new pet cow.
That's Flus standing up to the man. That's what that is.
Against the establishment.
That's right. So you know what? I had enough.
But you put out, now you making me look bad. Now you making me look bad, Flus.
Yeah, you
it's
look
one
bad
thing to make the team look bad. It's one thing to be embarrassed by J.J. McCarthy and all those guys.
Yeah, but
now you making me look bad because I told the fans.
Jerry shouldn't say who plays and who doesn't play.
Really? 30 years later?
In essence, he shouldn't.
He shouldn't, but he will. He does it.
It should be up to the guy that actually coaches.
Exactly. But this is who Jerry is that you believe going to stick by this man.
Stick it beside you.
Yeah, just let the last 2 games dictate everything. Like, not once could you get to Justin Herbert, and then a week later, the Houston defense, which I know is the best, they were all over Justin Herbert, and whoever they play this week, they're going to be all over Justin Herbert. The Cowboys couldn't do it. Look no further than Arizona, who's lost 8 straight since Jacoby Brissett embarrassed this Cowboy defense. And then the guys you traded for at one point, sure, maybe it worked in a 3-game winning streak. Now it's back to reality. The guys you brought, it's not working out, and you gave Flus, Quinton Williams, and you gave him Logan Wilson, and now this defense is back to reality, playing bad. And every time they play bad, Jerry and Steven, too, continue to talk about Flus over the radio, and the criticism just gets worse and worse. So, no, he's gone.
It's interesting how
It better
That'd
be
be
interesting.
other teams get the scheme too, huh? Other teams get to watch tape and devise ways to handle it. Oh, we got this 3-man, this 3D tackle rotation, 5-2 front, which is more of a 3-4, as Clowney said. To get to these teams, well, they watch tape too. They find ways to defeat what you're trying to do, right?
They all looked at it and went, "You're putting how many big people on the field?
Yeah.
I guess we'll call a pass play."
Yeah, like,
Congrats.
they get the scheme too, right? Woo! We have some new revelation. It's epiphany in Dallas. Let's play 3 defensive tackles. That'll show them.
Chad wants to know who is everyone's favorite pet caribou. Pet cow does need to be a segment. I will say the one way I can
You're
see
draft pet cow.
it. I got some pet cows already.
You're draft pet cows.
Yeah,
cat.
I'm gonna be out there fighting for my pet cow, Sonny Styles, which is gonna be real butt backwards for me. Linebackers in the top half of the first round that are off-ball linebackers, that is blasphemy. But I'd probably do it.
I wouldn't draft a linebacker.
Huh?
I would draft a safety before I draft a linebacker.
Flus ain't been fired yet.
You got 2 good choices if one of them makes it to you.
Don't do it.
I will say the one way that I could see Jesse's terrible take, which isn't even a take, it's just what he thinks will happen. But the one way I could see that happening is, Clarence, you kind of mentioned it, because Jerry has been starting to do and I take ownership of this. This was me. Like, he'll go into the offseason and be like, look, he's a really good coach. I let him down. And Jerry will invite the heat to himself because he thinks that's fun. And he'll be like, and then he'll be fist bumping Flus in the hallway. Like, you see how I got it?
Right.
I got it, give it me. And then I'm going to get you some guys and we're going to be good. And the guys that they're going to get, it doesn't even matter who they're going to get because they ain't going to get nobody. Let's hit some of these super chats, shall we? I know we got at least a couple of them in there. William is in the super chat. He said, I hope that there's a real DC search. I think Jesse may be right, but one can hope Jerry does something. And maybe that is, but maybe we are just hoping.
I'm telling you,
Maybe we're
watch
just
folks start trickling back over to our side.
I'm not coming over
No, y'all don't have to come over.
not coming over.
Did you make have an opinion?
On what? Flus is gone.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
I need you to say what
Gone.
3 or 4.
No,
Okay.
I'm just
So
telling y'all.
one thing that
Gone.
we haven't addressed, and maybe we will address down the road, is the rumor of that hot name that could be coming to replace him.
No chance.
No chance.
Yeah, so Mike Florio, ProFootballTalk.com, which I tell you, all he ever did. You guys seen Talladega Nights? He says, Chip, all you ever did was make a hot daughter. All Mike Florio ever did
You got a hot daughter?
was pick a really good name for a website.
Oh.
Pro Football Talk. Like, that's a good name.
I think it's a hot dog, too.
You never know if it's the bun or the dog. And so he's the one who was like, and source league talk around. And so like, what Mike Florio does is he just makes crap up. But if you say it in a way, you can make it sound like it kind of comes from somewhere.
He's a lawyer.
He's literally just creating his own rumor. Brian Flores will not be the defensive coordinator of the Cowboys. There is no chance.
One can dream.
I'm
No
with you.
chance.
There's zero chance. There's zero chance.
Why do you think the zero chance?
Well, one, it's a lateral move. And 2, you got to pay for that.
Jerry's not paying
Sure,
for it.
reason.
You got to pay for that.
Why do you assume he has 3 reasons? He just gave you 2.
I gave you 2. Well, no, I think
So-
Brian Flores is in a good place in Minnesota where people
He
do
might
the
be a
things.
head coach next year.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
yeah.
He's going to be, first of all, it's going to be a drawn out process because he's going to be in these head coaches conversations and they won't be able to move quickly on him.
And will Jerry do stuff when you're allowed to do stuff, or he just kind of, because I know they got to do spring break. Do you hire the
Yes,
coaches
right.
before?
That's not just spring. That's not March.
Okay, so they'll hire the coaches before that?
Yes.
Okay, we'll get that knocked out. I don't know what they're doing for New Year's. I don't know the Valentine's
We'll get Valentine's.
Day
We'll give you
plan.
that one.
No, he's not making a lot
I
of
posted a
moves.
picture of Shotty skiing this weekend. Shotty was out somewhere skiing. He was
I'm
doing
skiing
his
in
thing.
about 10 days. It's going to be great. And then I have my
Skiing.
appointment with the knee replacement doctor 4 days later. So, yeah, we're going to be cooking.
Skiing. He was
It's gonna be
skiing.
great. Coming up next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast, has this guy been the best non-DT on the roster? And what does that say about us? It's next. Friends, let's talk about my friends at Wild Fork Foods. They have 9 DFW locations, and I'd like to encourage you to never go to the grocery store again when it comes to getting your meats. Go see my friends at Wild Fork. Every employee is super knowledgeable. They can tell you how to prepare everything, and they have so much stuff at Wild Fork Foods, over 700 items, including 500 at under $10 a pound. Maybe you want to get crazy. Ostrich, rabbit, alligator. I will tell you the other night I had people over, and what did I get? My Wild Fork Foods. I broke it out. My pre-marinated skirt steak, my pre-marinated chimichurri skirt steak, and the chicken breast that was also pre-marinated because I like it like that. Wild Fork Foods can get you squared away. They can do the whole meal, too. They got sides, potatoes, mac and cheese, green beans, asparagus, whatever. They got you squared away. Go see them. Frozen is fresher at Wild Fork Foods. They're organic, grass-fed ground beef, 85% lean is $5.60 each. If you buy 2, that's about the best you're going to find. You got to try them out. One of their 9 area DFW locations, the best store in the Metroplex. Learn more over at wildforkfoods.com. Also, want to salute our friends at Prize Pick, where if you download that Prize Pick, the Prize Picks app, and use the code DLLS, you get the hookup. Prize Picks is a lot of fun. All you got to do is say if you think that a player's going to have more or less than a projected stat in any given game. You can do it for all sorts of different sports. Obviously, we spend time on it in football. Maybe you would have said Jalen Hurts, second half passing yards, less than 1. You'd have been right. You'd have got it. I like to take shots at the Eagles whenever I get a chance as they're about to win the division and maybe the Super Bowl, but they're still fun to talk bad about. And you can do that on Prize Picks. You can do a little hating. You can pick your favorite players, or you can just try to make the best picks. However you want to do it, that's up to you. But Prize Picks is super fun, makes all the games interesting. Download the app today, the Prize Picks app. Use code DLLS. You get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code DLLS, and they get you $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Download that app, Prize Picks. It's good to be right. All right, man, I have a strange question for you to open segment number 2 of our broadcast. Are you prepared for a strange question?
No, I will not get naked in front of anybody.
What?
It's not anything to do with where I was going. What my question
wait.
was,
Running butt naked.
that was not my question.
Why would you assume he wants you to get naked? Why would he not want us to get naked? Why would you assume he wants you to get naked?
My body looks way better.
Why we doing
My
this
body
body?
looks
I mean,
way
why do we
better.
always do this body comparison thing?
Why wouldn't we?
John, how's your day going
Why
today,
do we
John?
need to do that?
Why wouldn't we?
John, you doing good today?
We're on TV, aren't we?
You having a great day, John? How are your Patriots, John? They're looking pretty good.
I mean, I look good in the shower too. Goodness gracious!
As long as you feel good about you, that's what matters, Clarence.
Don't
Jeff
use that as a drop.
likes giant sacks.
Whoa.
Don't
Yes,
use that
if
as a
it is
drop
a
either.
third down situation, I want somebody to make the big sack.
And the player on this team.
And only 2 guys have managed to do that this season.
See, there's a segue for you.
That's a big thick boy.
So my question is, has Jadeveon Clowney been the best non-defensive tackle on this defense this year? And if so,
How many guys are there to
Cute,
pick
isn't
from?
it? Isn't it cute?
like I was just thinking about it
It's
before the
cute.
show. I was like,
Yeah.
I think if you're not going to count Quinnen, and then who's been the second best? Maybe Kenny, maybe Osa. I don't know. Like the D tackles have been pretty good. Quinnen's been great. Is Jadeveon Clowney been the best non-defensive tackle
But I
defender?
like that. I like the way you because it's kind of cute.
What?
You how you said you just said that. You don't remember saying that?
See, no, but I didn't. It wasn't a sound that was intended to be cute. It was a sound that was intended to be the guy off the street.
Yeah, you said
Right, but it
What'd
was,
he say?
it was more of a sad aw.
It was sad, but it's kind of cute. But it's sad. It's like because I talked to Jadeveon a lot, you know, and
And this is no shade
No, it's-
at him.
no.
No shade at him.
Say it with your chest.
The,
But the one,
Big boy panties on.
the 1-year contract, who was at the house microwaving hot dogs and playing
Listen.
Fortnite until the season started, and it was like, "You'll give me how much? I guess I'll try it."
he walked.
Is that
in
our
there and
bet?
said- He walked in there saying I should have been starting. He said, no shade to the young guys, but I need to be playing.
See,
He
a lot of no shade going on.
he was not happy with coming off the bench, and then shot like, okay, let's play the big guy, you know. But you're right. From the sacks, he's tied for the team leading sacks, to the splash plays, the tackles for losses, the hustle, the things you see him do. And we kind of joked about him being skinny because he's a skinny guy for a defensive end, number 1 overall pick. He's, big frame guy, but his legs are like a wide receiver. No shade at wide receivers. But I'm saying for a defensive tackle,
shade happening.
Defensive tackle should not have wide receiver legs. Okay,
I think Jesse legs and Clowney legs are about the
Jesse
same.
might have bigger legs than Clowney.
He might be a little more.
He's real tall. And but what he done, the savvy, his smarts, the veteran leadership, veteran knowledge, what he's done for the young guys. Yeah, there's no question he's made more splash plays than anybody outside of those defensive tackles, and just add what he brings to the team. Yeah, they've talked about it. He had a great game in Washington, and that's probably what we're talking about. You look at the 1.5 sacks and the things he did in a nothing game in Washington, and he said he wants to continue to play. And so, he's trying to get another contract.
But he'll go home after the season.
I don't know if he wants to go to
week 2 or week 3
next year. Go to OTAs.
He'll tell listen, text me in August, but I'm thinking about playing.
But look what I've done this year. Why did they do all that?
It's
it is sad that we're talking about Jadeveon Clowney, a 33-year-old journeyman.
It was really, when did they sign him? Was he a scramble signing after trading Mike?
The Giants game.
Yeah, it was
in August.
Late August. Week 2.
Literally right after the Giants game, we were talking to Jerry.
Yeah,
Okay.
And so that just tells you the lack of or poor representation of depth on this Cowboys football team.
We were told. What were we told when they traded Micah?
This is the best group of pass rushers we've ever had.
Ever.
No, this is the most we've ever had.
Okay, and he's right.
Ever.
There were people on the roster.
He was saying the number of the sheer number of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The number of sheer people that we have at this position is the most that we've ever had. He never said talent or productivity
Jimmy
or any
Jones
of that.
And Jimmy Johnson and Jeff Cole coming off the bench. Them Super Bowl teams had some defensive ends.
But did they have?
They
have
7
7 on the roster.
Yeah, they had.
Technically, that's all he said.
Yeah.
We
wasn't talking about performance.
We ain't even talking about Haley. We talking about. I mean, come on.
And
it was a lie. It was a lie then.
For Jadeveon to be, to your point, and we thought, I thought about, I was like, man, I was like, overshowed? It was like, nah, not really. He's like,
hopefully
Donovan,
next year.
Donovan is like, he had moments this year where he was like, he's turning the corner, and then he kind of regressed a little bit, and nobody in the secondary, and nobody at the second level, the linebacker position, and you look up and you go, damn, no wonder your team was as bad as they were, because anybody outside, and Jadeveon wasn't something to cry home about. Like, he was good, but it wasn't like he was like, oh my God, like this guy, we have to put him on the field. And that tells you just how down bad that this Cowboys defense is from a player perspective. And this is a sidebar. That goes back to my point about the Eberflus thing. There are no talented players on this defense.
Yeah.
When we're talking about Jadeveon Clowney being your second or third best player, a 33-year-old mercenary
who was at home when the season started.
At home.
Anybody could have signed him.
Was chilling since March. And now, like,
tough.
So, like, I look at that and I go, wait a second, like, dang, like this is what Eberflus had to work with every single week. That we're talking about right now, that Jadeveon Clowney was your second best player on your defense.
Well, and that's why we go back to the story. Eberflus has to go, because Jerry told us it was 100% unanimous that we get rid of Michael Parsons.
That's a lie.
He was full of crap.
Yeah,
I mean,
if he felt that they had there's so much depth at defensive end and linebacker pass rushers that we can get rid of Michael Parsons, then you got to go too.
No, when they made that trade, Flus told Jerry, "You're lucky no one else wants to hire me, and I do like your money, but this ain't gonna be fun."
I mean, come on, 100% unanimous.
No, negative, 0% unanimous. It was unanimous with Jerry, is what that was.
100%.
I want to.
Everybody on board.
I saw someone say James Houston. If we're going off numbers, yeah, they're tied in sacks. Clowney's got more tackles for loss. He's got more pressures. And then if you also think about it, pick the best individual defensive performance by a player this season, I'd pick Clowney against Kansas City.
Yeah. It's more splash plays.
He had a sack.
He had 2 and 3 tackles for loss in that game. But then it's like, to your point, like, who else are you picking? Like, nobody from the linebackers, nobody from the secondary.
And the disappointing one has definitely been Bland, right? Like, the answer should be Deron Bland is one of your best defensive players. That's what it should be. And for whatever reason, it has not been.
I mean, I think there was a lot of hope put into Dante Fowler coming off a 10-sack season over in Washington. I thought they thought when they brought back Dante Fowler that this was going to be a guy, and maybe not 10, maybe 6, maybe 7, create pressures, be a.
Just let me get 3 guys with 7.
Yeah, like be a guy who we consistently looked at. Like, they had the game plan for week in and week out. Not that you got outplayed by a 33-year-old. Not that we gave the rookie more starts than you. Not that we were trying to find other options around you at that time. But yes, Bland. But I also think they had high hopes that Fowler would come in here and replicate what he had done in Washington.
Right, and to piggyback on your if it was James Houston, that's the same issue.
I would say that's even worse.
That's the same issue. If it's Clowney or Houston is your options, okay, that's the problem.
Yeah.
You didn't sign Houston to the start of training camp, and he was cut. He was on the street sitting at home. And the other guy you signed 2 days after start, 2 weeks after the start of the season. So if those are your 2 options, that's the problem.
And I think they need to figure out what's the common denominator? Because I would say this is about a 3-year thing, give or take. Is it maybe even 4?
Since the defense been bad?
Well, no. Just the way that they have, like, their roster, shout out to Dak, their roster has gotten worse and worse and worse for years. They have not been adding good young talent. They've been letting veteran talent walk, and the veterans that they bring in to replace them have not been as good. And they've been on a run of that. Like, they have to evaluate every person we paid this offseason and last offseason, and then the people we opted not to. Why were we wrong? Or were we not wrong, and our coaching is worse? Because suddenly Nashawn Wright's a player on a team that has a chance to go to the Super Bowl. Tank Lawrence is a big part of an awesome Seattle defense. Micah Parsons is obviously Micah Parsons. Jordan Lewis, big part of a really good Jacksonville team. Like, everybody that you were like, not really, but we'll pay these guys. Like, Jordan Lewis has been twice as good as Bland this year. Tank Lawrence has been twice as good as any edge you have this year. Micah Parsons has been 100 times better than any edge you have this year. And just like the decision-making that they've made combined with how they've drafted, I don't know that I have a theory at the moment. I had to sit down and really think about it. But how did you get into such a rut at talent acquisition and decision-making on who we pay and who we don't?
You brought it up. Poor drafting, but then you're trying to replace the bad picks with cheap guys that failed elsewhere. That's not a recipe of success.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah, and I know we have I know we got a super chat. No more weird sound. I know we got a super chat. Always like to get the spotlight on our super chatters. Ozzy's in there. He says Chill's pet cow is named Moo Galetta.
That's good. That's good, Ozzy. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's solid.
Half the peace sign, Isaac. Half the peace sign.
Chris is in the super chat. If Eberflus isn't fired, I'm out. Can't sell me on.
I think that's a lie too, Chris.
Yeah, you'll be back.
You'll be back.
Jerry will really
You'll
be
be
back.
back. We want him back.
He'll be back.
We want him back.
Jerry
we
will
do,
be back.
But still,
we still want him back.
He'll be back.
We not going to embarrass those. Come on back, man.
Although
we're going to take it back with open arms.
There are breaking points for some people, because I tell you, my buddy Mitch is the biggest DFW sport diehard fan of every team that I know in my personal life. Absolutely positively. Mm. He did quit the Mavericks.
He's back.
They traded. He's not back. Oh. Well, I guess Flag is playing great, so I had to check in today.
Check in with Mitch.
Stop it. It's not the same.
Check in with Mitch.
It's the local sports team.
It's not. It's the Mavericks.
It's the local sports team.
You
can't do bad enough.
The deep-rooted fandom for the Mavericks and Cowboys is on 2 different levels.
Captain Thunder, the biggest supporter of all of us, he said, you guys speak out both sides of mouth. You blame Flus, but forget that Mr. Jones gave him a great roster of edge rushers. Be objective to our owner.
All right.
That's a great point. I think all of the edge players are wonderful players, and I'm just not sure why it hadn't been better.
Pro Bowlers, right?
Captain Thunder says, how much does greedy Dak pay Jeff to be his PR agent?
Wow.
Hope you got those cheap sunglasses, too, for all the work you do for him. P.S. He was trash versus Washington.
Those sunglasses was $500 that got his teammate.
307
That's
yards,
what he
two touchdowns, no picks. That's trash.
Yeah,
I didn't even know that.
those meta glass. He got meta glass.
No, look, I don't tell anybody how to sports fan. Like, if you want to think that Dak Prescott is not great or overpaid or whatever, you're allowed to be dumb.
Yeah.
And I don't mind. It's okay. It takes all kinds for the world to go around. So you keep hating on great players and pretending that bad players are good, and that's okay. I'm not mad at you. It's fine. Coming up next on the DLS Cowboys podcast, we're going to do a little toting. We're going to tote something from last week to this week, and I want to know what you got for us in the chat. It's next.
Tote that thing!
Let's talk about our friends at Qualis Roofing. Qualis Roofing and Construction, the absolute best in the business. And these aren't some folks that just kind of cruise around the neighborhood as soon as a real windy day happens or you have a bad storm and they're like, surprise, here's a roofing company. No, Qualis Roofing is the best in the business. They're right here in DFW, over 700 5-star reviews, average rating of 4.9. They take care of business, one of the most trusted names in roofing. If you'd like them to come take a peek at your house, go ahead and schedule a free inspection. And if you do that, guess what? They're going to hook you up with a free DLLS t-shirt. If you end up getting your roof replaced by our friends at Qualis Roofing, you can choose between a free Blackstone grill, Traeger smoker, either one of those things. They'll get you squared away. Mention DLLS when you call in. That does help us. You can call or go online, schedule your free roof inspection. And don't forget to ask about a free grill. QualisGC.com or search Qualis Roofing and Construction, QUALIS. 817-500-9008. Get started today. Also, I want to shout out our friends at OwnWell. OwnWell is great. What they can do is they can try to save you money. You get a property tax bill that hits the mailbox, and you'd be like, oh, man, you know what? I could have saved some money. All I had to do was go to our friends at OwnWell. Maybe your mortgage rate is going up because of a increase on your property taxes. Our friends at OwnWell, they take care of you. They make sure that you're only paying what is fair without hearings, paperwork, wasted weekends. OwnWell.com. They are going to do all of the work for you, and you don't pay anything unless they save you the monies. 86% of OwnWell's customers get their assessed values reduced and save on property taxes. You probably want to do that, don't you? No upfront costs. Let them take care of you. Stop overpaying, start saving with our friends at OwnWell. You sign up in 3 minutes at ownwell.com/Texas. That's OWNWELL.com/Texas for OwnWell. All right, it is time on a Monday this time, but it's going to be a wonky week for us, so we just decided we were going to go with it.
Wonky?
Yeah, wonky. You don't like the word wonky?
Not wonky.
I love the word
magic
wonky.
marker tote.
I love a wonk eye. You got to keep a wonk eye on things. We're looking for something from last week for the Cowboys that you'd like to see carried forward into this week, and we call that segment
Tote that thing!
And so I'm looking around. You know what? You know what I want to do? I want to put a little pressure on the young man.
Ooh.
Ali Jawad.
Tote that thing!
You know what? It's our last one, so who cares?
Oh, dang. Who cares?
Who cares?
Who cares?
What is there to tote positively? So here's what I'm going to tote.
I got some too.
Oh, I got some.
I got something too. This is for you draft nerds out there. and the
let's
draft
go.
categories, all right?
Let's go, Ali.
You know what? I want to tote that the defense lets Jackson Dart do whatever he wants next week.
Let's go.
So that draft pick can continue to go up.
Yeah.
And the Cowboys end the year with a loss.
Team Tank.
And Team Tank.
Team Tank.
And all you Team Tankers can go crazy about how that pick goes just a little bit more higher, and you hope that this team can get a better player, which that could very well happen because every game is the get-right game. Every game is the make look everyone better game. And so last time they played the Giants, Russell Wilson went off for 450. So I'm sure Jackson Dart will have a great day going off for 450.
I could see 515. I could see 515. And Ali, I've always said, like, you've really grown as a broadcaster in these months. And I think now you've reached the point where now you have full football enlightenment, you know?
Because he's tanking with you?
Because he's tanking.
That's crazy.
But Team Tank is the best. Yeah.
Oh, man.
All right. Coming at you left-handed.
Hey. Ooh.
Jesse Holly. Tote that thing.
So one of the things that I want to tote, not only from last week to this week, but also something that I want this team to think about and tote in the future. I'm telling you guys, I've said this before, I'm standing on it. The way that the offenses will be going in the future, look for a lot of teams next year to start doing a lot more of this 13 personnel. Last week, you saw big Brevin Spanford catch a 31-yard pass.
Yeah.
I think now that needs to be something that you look more into, making Brevin Spanford a little bit of a receiving threat, right? You know what he is as a blocker. Damn good blocker. Damn good blocker. And if you can turn him into I'm not saying he has to be the next Travis Kelce, but if he could be a guy who you can rely on for 20 to 25 catches in a season.
That'd be nice.
Right? You add Jake Ferguson to that mix, he's going to get a bunch of catches, maybe not a lot of yards, but a bunch of
catches for 130 yards.
And then you add in another one of those kind of, the little type tight ends in the future.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Someone that can run some routes.
Yeah.
That can run some routes.
Little Harold Fannin, little sideways.
See, you guys didn't like Harold Fannin when I was talking about him the all season.
Well, I just like
y'all laughed at him.
When you say I immediately think of sideways footed people.
I don't mind sideways feet.
Little duck foot,
little LeBron feet. So I do want to tote that Brevin Spanford. The Cowboys keep evolving the passing game of Brevin Spanford, throwing him a couple more passes, allowing him to be a part of the offense, because I'm telling you, having two tight ends down the middle of the football field, and we're all going to assume that you bring back George Pickens next year. Now you have the two freaks on the outside with George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb. The offense can even look even more dominant that way because you have another viable option at the tight end position. And it'll also help you run the football because it doesn't give away telltale signs that, when Brevin Spanford comes in, we're running the football, right? It gives you more options, and it gives you more ways to kind of trick up your offense a little bit in the future. So for me, I want to see a little bit more of Brevin Spanford in the 13 personnel situation in the future, become a little bit more of a pass catcher. Again, I'm not saying he got to get a Pro Bowl.
13 means Scoons on the field too.
No, listen to me. No.
86.
I said replace him. I said bring me
that's
in.
12. You went to Eater.
Yeah, I said bring me another one of those guys in so that when we get there.
You're right.
Yeah, I don't want to bring him on the field.
Yeah, you're right.
And maybe the health gods will be with John Stevens. Maybe they can find another role for him one of these days.
He gone.
I know. Maybe he can come back this offseason and have a little bit of a, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, because that is going to be the wave going forward. 13 personnel, 3 tight ends on the field is going to be the wave going forward. That's what I'm toting.
All right.
Do I get a little credit there? Because last week my article, 5 Cowboys that should see more points.
I wrote that 2 weeks ago.
You didn't write that?
I should have given
tweeted Brevin Spanford breakout game.
No.
I should have gave him a compliment, should I?
I've been talking about 13 personnel for
I've been
weeks
talking
now.
about Brevin
No, not
Spanford
13. I'm talking about Spanford.
I've been talking about Spanford.
Fentaclaus is
We
in
don't
the
remember
super
tweets.
chat said
There's too
Captain
much
Thunder
politics
got
over your
too much
tweets.
play for 48 cents American.
Exactly.
I don't know how. Is that right? I don't know. What's Canada money? What do they use? Did Canada mark? I don't know what they got.
I don't know
idea.
what Canadians use. Canadian dollars.
Hey, what's Canadian
What
money?
it's called.
Somebody
What is it
tell
called?
us. I have knowledge gaps. I don't know some stuff. Clarence Hill.
Tote that thing.
I'm all over the place here, so I just want to just be patient.
Okay,
pet
okay. Let's lock in.
Be patient.
Let's just lock in.
Buckle
He
up,
said, I'm gonna do a
y'all.
lot here.
Buckle up, y'all.
Number one,
Okay, one thing.
we should see a Brevin Spanford game this week because Ferguson left the Washington game injured, right? So
Yeah,
we
that's
should,
nice.
We should see
That's
a
good.
preview.
Yeah.
And Lunda Wells loves Brevin, and he thinks he has a huge future. I know they paid Ferguson, but
Yeah.
I think Brevin is the future at the position because of his size, everything he brings. He has more juice. He can run faster and all those things. So
I like that.
we like that.
He is the future.
One of our friends sent me a picture of the Bravo Eugenia off the coast of Venezuela this week.
Mm.
Don't bomb Venezuela, okay? I'm just letting you.
I'm sorry?
Bravo Eugenia. I mean, been some bombs over there.
He would never do that while Jerry was there.
I'm just saying.
He'll tell his friends.
I'm just saying.
Work your way up the coast, buddy. It's going down.
You really had to have us buckle
Bravo
up.
Eugenia was over there.
They in the group text.
Get that thing a few miles out.
On that signal chat.
They in that group text. They in
Today's
the
probably
group
good
text.
snorkel day. Get out there a little bit.
Yeah.
The thing I want to tote is Dak Prescott's health. And I'm glad.
Oh, this sounds like a snake bite right here. It doesn't sound like. I'm sorry. Go ahead. My bad. You said my fault. You said you had a lot. My fault. Continue.
I'm toting his health.
Yes.
I mean, and it's interesting.
It better be interesting.
The Dak Prescott's down game. He had a down game. He missed some throws.
Yeah, he was terrible.
He was also perfect on that throw to Turp.
He made a lot of great throws. He just hated CD last year.
Yeah.
Couldn't stand him.
Couldn't stand
I don't know what CD said in the group text. Like, okay, bet.
Fourth down.
You and the wife should probably go to Venezuela right now.
Fourth down. Let me. I need this game-winning drive. He hits his boy Tober, and he did throw the ball to Tober. He's trying to get Tober paid. Talk to him. Tober need a job. Tober be going to the house.
Yeah.
Throwing in the backyard.
I'm in the post.
We know Tober's a free agent. We know Tober's gone. Dak was trying to get his boy a job.
That's
Okay?
nice.
Trying to get his boy some tape. Got to sit on tape.
That's nice.
Put on tape.
He'll get a job.
Dak didn't kept him employed for 4 years.
It's one thing to put
Didn't
it
they
on
give
tape
him a multi-year contract?
with Joe Milton.
the
It's one thing to
UFL.
put it on tape with Dak.
The UFL season's almost here. He'll get a job.
Listen, though, he's trying to get him a job.
Come on,
But
Tolbert, not Turpin.
Tober.
Tober.
Okay.
Look how many
I'm
targets
sorry.
Tober had against Washington.
Okay.
Look how many targets he had against Washington. He's trying to get his boy
Yeah, he got on the ball. Yeah, that's nice.
But
he made a couple decent
But one
catches,
thing
too.
about it, Dak got sacked 6 times, hit over 11 season-high sacks. He stayed healthy.
Yeah.
I'm toting Dak's health. The season he's had,
You know how he could stay healthy in this game?
not playing.
Don't play.
So right
let's-
next to Jack
Let's
Sanborn
tote Dak's
Bazooka
health.
Joe.
Don't get sacked
The great
6 times.
season he had.
and Logan Wilson.
Don't put him out there to get sacked, get hit. We're toting Dak's health. The great season he's had, it should be over. Let's continue to keep Dak healthy going to the offseason. He had a great offseason last year. Had a great season. If you want to build some momentum, keep Dak healthy.
You can let him play about 2 drives if you want to, because he does have I'm sure he'll say he doesn't care, but I'm sure it's fun. Like, he is going to win the passing title if he does much of anything.
If he
Like,
plays 2 drives,
he's about 200 yards clear of the field in passing yards this year. So.
Well, Matt Stafford plays tonight.
Oh yeah, so he'd probably be behind.
Matt Stafford
I gotta
plays
see
tonight.
where's
Falcons.
Stafford in that. Is he
No,
right
and he's
behind
going to go off because they play the Falcons and they got their picks.
Oh, yeah.
him?
Yeah.
Let me see what Stafford's at.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Stafford
Stafford
plays
is
tonight.
2, 3, 4. So Stafford, if he throws for 303, would be tied
Okay.
with Dak.
That's
He goes
that's
for
definitely
303.
doable.
It's
Very
doable. Yeah, so Dak might just be out there.
Stafford might not play next week either then. That's the case.
I mean, they're going to be, 6-7 regardless?
Yeah. They don't have a chance for the number 1 seed.
I got you.
Okay.
I got you.
I'm going to ask myself.
Jeff Kavanaugh, tote that thing.
I think Ali nailed it really. I was going to phrase it in a different way. But I really think the Cowboys need to tote that pass defense that they've been playing all year. I think if you can just carry that forward, when you got Josh Johnson can get 200, J.J. McCarthy can get 3, Russ can get 450, Dart could go for 5. And I think that would be real nice for this team. Like, we could come out of this game feeling real good and accomplish every single goal. Because Dak could throw for 4 and 3 touchdowns. Jackson Dart could go for 5 and about 7 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
You could lose a game where your offense is great. George Pickens looks great. Maybe Tyler Smith, if you guys want him to look good at left tackle, maybe that happens. Maybe you have all of that stuff and lose. That is a well-executed game plan, and I look forward to it. So, I like to see Jackson Dart.
I got a bonus tote. And to go with your defense, because clearly the defense confusion was part of the reason why Logan Wilson didn't play last week. It was because they didn't have a lot of snaps, because there was confusion on how to rotate the linebackers by the linebackers coach Dave.
Can I see that ball real quick? Can I see that ball real quick? Yeah. We'll talk about that.
Continue confusion.
We'll talk about that in the next segment. The idea that a position where they played about 50-50, hey, how was it 41-0? Well, position coach got confused. What? What does that mean?
And then they have a lot of snaps, okay? Because the Cowboys
You got one job. You got one job.
That 72-yard, let's score quickly.
Dave's in the super chat. Captain Drizzle. Sad casuals agree with you. Who's Captain Drizzle?
I don't know who you're talking
All
about.
right. Sad casuals agree
Oh,
with you.
Captain Thunder.
Captain Thunder,
Drizzle.
probably, yeah.
Four is a leader and a top 5 QB. There's nothing you can do about it. My God, just sit at home with a beer on your gut and watch tennis. How would 4 be doing in Detroit or San Francisco, dummy?
Dummy.
He'd probably have won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Either one of those teams. And Andrew is in the Super Chat. Niners have a ton of excuses to be bad, and we'll have home field in the playoffs. Coaching matters, Jerry. Jerry's cheeks. This show is the best.
Thank you, Andrew.
Disrespectful, obviously. We don't call names on this show.
Nope.
You know,
And they would only have home field if they beat Seattle this week.
Yeah, and they will. And they will.
At home.
It's a wonky year. It's such a wonky year.
Man, such a year just to take over.
It's such a parody, weird year.
Yeah.
I want to see D-Law in the Super Bowl. I think he's going to give us some sound bites.
Why? He's some kind of hater?
He's going to give
As soon
us
as
some
he
sound
left
bites.
this team,
So
he became
another
the enemy to me.
DeMarcus wins a Super Bowl. That's
He's going
not
to
the
give us some
Cowboys.
sound bites.
Yeah,
What the
coming up
numbers?
next, a member of the front office was on the radio like 20 minutes ago, and you'll be shocked to find out that they said stuff that's funny. Next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast. Sign up to be a diehard. I actually think I got a couple of hats that I'm about to have today. I think maybe 3 of them.
They finally came in?
Maybe 1 to 3. Well, we'll see about that one, but I got a back line on a couple others, I think. I've been working on some things behind the scenes because, as Jesse knows, you know, when it comes contract time, you start making demands. And I started telling people, like, look, better give me a hat, you know, maybe 2. Utah, give me 2.
There's
Anyway,
only a certain amount of times you can ask for demands.
that's right. Got power.
Yeah, you got power.
That's not true. They'll be like, did you not, like, you could not be here anymore.
They wouldn't say that.
We got hats in the merch store now, which is awesome. So if you want you a DLLS hat, go ahead and get you one. A couple of those might look good at a local sporting event. You know, one of them might look good at a hockey game. One might look good at a Maverick game. I don't know. But get you some of those hats. We like it. Sign up to be a diehard. If you sign up to be a diehard, you get the best coverage, all the coverage, access to all the premium content for every local DFW sports team that you love. We got beat writers covering every single one of them. You get all the content. You get an ad-free experience on the website. Once you sign up to be a diehard, you get to pick a free t-shirt from the merch store. I think it's a good time for that 88 Club shirt.
Oof.
You know? Maybe it's a good time for the Stay Shiesty t-shirt. Little campaign to get Jerry to keep him around. You know? Make sure you flood the Metroplex with the Stay Shiesty t-shirts. You also get in our Discord when you sign up to be a diehard, which is super fun. Saw in the TV and movies channel in there, our boss Ben is really working his way through season 1 of Stranger Things, while the rest of us are watching the final season. The final episode comes out on New Year's.
Has anybody got any good soup recipe?
Yeah, I like to
like-
crack open the can from
No,
the store,
no,
pour it in
no.
and heat it up. Maybe add some salt
No.
if you want to.
Like homemade soup recipes.
Get your soup
got some
recipes in the
friends with
chat
some
for
recipes.
Jesse. Everybody, sign up to be a diehard or else. It is the DLS Cowboys podcast, and yeah, Clarence brought up a couple of things in the break that I had copy and pasted into my notes over here. And yeah, one of them was the hilarious explanation for why Logan Wilson didn't play. And I want to be real clear.
No shade.
I don't care anymore. I'm over it. If you want Kenneth Murray to play or snap, I don't care. Is Logan Wilson better? Maybe. If he is it enough that I care at all? No. I don't think he can run anymore, and that's unfortunate. Like, he just looks very slow.
To be benched on the 2 worst defenses in the league,
That's tough.
is telling.
That's tough.
It is
Very
a
much.
telling sign, my guy,
That's tough.
that you probably don't got it.
He don't just look slow, sir.
He looks slow.
He don't just look slow.
Like
He looks slow.
to go from being benched at the Bengals
Yeah.
only to come to Dallas
Yeah.
and be benched
Yeah.
on
Oh,
this
that
team,
defense?
Yeah.
boy. And and before you even start,
No shade.
The eye in the sky
no, this
don't
is
lie.
shade. No.
Oh, this is shade.
This is shade.
This is shade.
This is 100% shade.
All right.
Anytime,
Snuggle up under the magnolia tree, let those big leaves
Yeah.
put some shade over you.
anytime, this is for you fans to put this in the back of your mind.
Don't go after our audience again.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
Be
I'm
kind.
giving them I'm giving them reminders to put in the back of their mind.
Okay.
Anytime that you hear ownership, coaches, scouts who are working in a business that requires a level of athleticism, you know, running, jumping, tackling,
Yeah,
moving laterally,
Yeah.
and they begin to list off the attributes that they like about a player, and they get 2 or 3 attributes down, and none of them are athletic attributes, beware. that player's trash.
Also know they're probably talking about a white defender.
So if they start, no, because for a moment, they're like, oh, Dak, he's a leader, and the way that he leads,
They did that.
it was like
we panning.
for a long time. It'd be like, hey, Dak's a leader, and before that, it would get down to about 3 or 4 attributes. He'd be like, and he can throw the ball,
Okay.
and he can. So when they start talking about Logan Wilson and about how he's instinctual, he can read the plays.
What really makes his run fit.
And knows where to go. But they never talk about, man, he is fast. Boy, is he a great tackler.
Hitter.
Man, he is a
Physicality.
hard-nosed hitter.
Physicality.
He is a see ball, get ball kind of dude. When they don't start naming those things about a guy who plays linebacker, buyer beware.
Here's why Logan Wilson didn't play a single snap against the Commanders, according to Stephen Jones. Quote, that was unfortunate with Logan. They didn't have many snaps throughout the game, much less, obviously, in the first half. I will say it was. I wouldn't call it a mistake, but some confusion. In terms of how that rotation was supposed to go with linebacker coach Dave Borgonzi. It certainly wasn't the intent for him not to play a snap, but sometimes the game with not many snaps on one particular side of the ball, things cannot go according to plan. I'm sure Shoddy will address that as well. Sound like the linebacker coach getting fired too. Like, I'm not saying it was a mistake, but I am going to call the position coach out by name who forgot to put him in.
So I understand in the first half. By the time the fourth quarter rolls around, the game's still tight. We can't say get in there. I mean, can't nobody say get in there? Get your boy. Hey,
It doesn't matter.
55, get in the game. Whatever. What's his number?
I just think it
55,
doesn't
yeah.
matter.
55, get in the
What number
game.
does he wear? Run slow?
It doesn't matter. But my point is, all this stuff by the end of the fourth quarter, third quarter, halftime, we're there. 55 didn't play. Why your uniform so clean? Hey, make it the game.
He should wear like number 96. Something that announces like, look, I ain't going nowhere fast. Just set that expectation. With
74.
with the jersey numbers, set that expectation. Now, we did bring up this. I thought was fun because we did talk about Jadeveon Clowney on today's show. A pleasant surprise from this season.
Yes.
Probably too much of a pleasant surprise when you would consider him the best defensive player that doesn't play D-tackle, but has been a nice surprise. Stephen Jones on 105.3 The Fan did say the Cowboys would love to have Jadeveon Clowney back next year. Quote, we'll be talking with his guys right away.
Oh, so they don't talk.
I thought they didn't talk.
All right, keep reading.
So Stephen does, but Jerry does. We'll be talking with his guys right away. With his willingness to want to be here and us wanting him to be here, hopefully we can figure something out. And that probably is the key. Yeah. He's like, well, we know he ain't going to cost that much. And he already told us he don't need that much. So we're really excited about that negotiation.
First of all, he's not told nobody he don't need that much.
Well, he ain't going to get that much.
I understand that.
He ain't going to get that much.
He's a savvy veteran. This is the lowest contract he's ever signed.
Well, he's getting older.
I understand that.
He's not going to camp.
And he puts stuff on tape. There's people that need him. Baltimore needs him.
And that's another reason why
if he has a market, he's gone.
He ain't gonna just take the minimum and come. And
if he has a market,
come
he's
back.
gone.
And if he comes back, I don't want Jadeveon to come back as your
Number
every
one.
down starter.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, he needs to be your third best edge guy.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like he has to. But again, Jadeveon came here, surveyed the landscape, and go, I need to be starting.
I'm better than all of them.
Like I'm better than like he surveyed the land and was like, hey,
I'm telling you.
I get we ramping up. Cool. I ain't done nothing. Jadeveon Clowney came here after not doing a damn thing for 5 months. Looked around, saw tape, heard how Douglas was talking, was like, hey, they not better than me.
Coach, I guess I need to play 50 snaps.
I need to be starting.
Yes.
Do you know, like, again, the level of indictment that a man, now granted, he's been around the league. He knows what he's looking at.
He's a former number one pick.
100%.
He know what it looked like.
It's been a long time since he's been that.
Okay.
Right? I hear what you're saying. But to come in here and look around and go, hey,
Hey, man.
what are we doing here? No, I'm not
I'm
him.
I'm the best we got, huh?
I'm the best we got, coach.
Yes.
And then go out there and be like, you know what?
he is.
He's right. That is such an indictment on the roster, whoever put the roster together, the roster configuration. That Jadeveon Clowney came in here 2 weeks into the season after not doing a thing and go, I need to start.
And piggybacking on that, that's why the Logan Wilson thing is such a joke. Because clearly the Cowboys saw what Clowney saw and made him a starter. Clearly the Cowboys are not seeing what we see, that Logan Wilson is coming here and say, I'm better than them guys.
Well, it's not about seeing what Logan Wilson can do. We're really just saying what other people can't do.
Okay, whatever. The reason is they watch him in practice too.
Yeah.
And when
They watch him in games too.
Yeah.
They didn't have the epiphany that the Cowboys said, well, let's go and put Clowney in the starting lineup. They didn't say we traded for him because K9 has been trash.
When they did trade for him too. Sorry, Clarence. When they did trade for him too, all they would allude to was, oh, he's got the most turnovers since 2020. Here's what he did in 2021, 2022, right? That's over with.
That's Cowboys.
That's all they would talk. That's all the coaches would talk about.
But they didn't have the epiphany to say we need to put him on the field because what we saw on tape, we see in practice, and we're seeing the glimpses we see him in games. He's showing up. They didn't see enough of that to do what they did with Clowney.
Yeah. And I think Logan Wilson also follows a trend where if you trade a day 3 NFL draft pick for a starter,
7th round pick,
like you're doing fine, right? You trade a 3rd day pick but how many mid to late round picks can you afford to let on fire years and years in a row?
You've done it back to back now.
Lance.
Yeah, 3 actually.
Mingo.
Elam, Mingo.
Murray was
Murray, Logan, I guess 5 different shots at a contributor on your football team.
And none of them
you
worked
got
out.
None of them are working. Yeah.
You got nothing. And that's just like, that's the run they're on. And it's so bad.
And all those spots that you're talking about, one, they tried to make those guys starters when they should have been depth pieces.
Right.
Right? Like those are depth pieces that you should have had there. And they tried to make them starters, and they were 0 for 5 in trying to make these guys starters. And this is why the depth of this football team, you want to know why teams like the Niners and other teams who have these major injuries are able to still stay afloat and still be productive? Because the depth is there. Even when they lose their starters, their backups that they have in there are capable players that they can kind of hold it down until our guys get back. And then, well, of course, coaching with that. Don't miss that mark as well. But the Cowboys are so top heavy, and then their top heavy guys are Jadeveon Clowney and Logan Wilson, and they try to make these guys starters, and it's just never going to work out in their favor. And this is why we sit where we sit right now saying, well, how can we have such a great offensive season, but when we look around, this thing is so bad? It's because of these building blocks that have been absolute whiffs on this team, and they have brought nothing. They have been roster eaters. That's it. Mingo, nothing. Logan, nothing. Elam, gone. Murray, nothing. Jadeveon Clowney's been the only one out of that group right there that you can say has been
productive.
Yeah. And he didn't cost you a pick.
And he didn't cost, that's right.
He cost you $11.
Who we said for? Trey Lance. Gone.
Yeah.
Nothing.
And maybe it's unfortunate that they hit on Clowney and Javonte. That might empower them in the offseason to be like, we'll find
motivate
some more.
them again.
We'll find a few more just like that. It'll be good.
How did they do last year when they signed those guys after the season? Some big defense tackles they signed.
Oh, the one that was on what's called
Rolodex?
Wait, which one?
Again, you're not supposed to be able. It's not normal for a standard fan at the house when a team reports to training camp.
They're not a fan at the house.
And say, no.
Experience.
I'm talking about any fan at the house.
Okay, my bad.
Because we're on 3 years running.
My bad.
Anybody could have told you what was going to be wrong with the Cowboys and that they didn't address this, and this, and they'll tell you that they did. And it's been that defensive tackle group. It was receiver groups the year before. It was like every year you can tell the Cowboy, and that's not supposed to be how it works.
Right.
But they just build with optimism. Like whoever we got will be fine, or they just build with optimism, and that's not a good plan. Alf is in the super chat.
Alf, be sure. I love that name.
Remember Uncle Chill and Jeff, this is the same front office that cut Flanoy and Malik Davis during camp. Can't trust this staff when it comes to evaluating talent. They're definitely on a bad run. And you could say, I obviously blame Jerry. But like in a lot of different ways. Like when you hire bad coaches, and some coaches can evaluate talent, some can't. But when you hire different coaches and then you listen to everybody and then you let them dictate partially how you're going to pick, The guy who has the most unfair job is Will McClay, because I don't know if we should torch him or praise him, because they do. They listen to so many people when it comes to picking players. Jerry's got his cell phone out, and he'll call different guys, and then Flus is going to weigh in, and Dan Quinn's going to weigh in, and this guy's going to weigh in.
Dan Quinn still weighing in?
Well, not anymore, but he did.
He did.
He drafted Mozzie.
Oh, man.
Yeah, he sure did.
He did.
Stop letting coaches
I forget
talk.
about that guy until you brought him up.
Get the players for the coaches. Let them coach them. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. We love you. Remember, you have no idea what anybody's going through. Be cool to everybody. We love you. Be easy.
Eliminate the contingencies.
We all silly like the mayor.